You guys gonna have to share, I guess. You can cozy right up to each other. There you go.
I got a big mouth, I don't need it.
Okay. No, well, well, look, I'd like to welcome everyone to the April 1st, 2015 zoning board of appeals meeting. Need a motion to open. Motion to open. Seconded? Second. All's in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Well, my name is Tom Wakefield, and on my left is the clerk, Julie House, Jay Moran, Kathy Franson, Mike Woods, Dan McDonald, and Mark McCabe. And we'll go with the agenda tonight. And the first thing on the agenda is application 2015-1, made by Deborah, and I hope that, is that Capola?
Yes.
Okay, for permission, for the premises located at 268 Washington Street, plat 52 lot 9, for a variance for meeting the necessary street setback requirements in order to add a single-story addition to current structure according to all applicable sections of the town of Groveland zoning bylaws, including section 300. And as a vote anticipated, you can set those chairs right there. The one on the right's, we have wired up, the one on the left isn't, so. That's, I'm kidding, go ahead.
I'm gonna pick one.
You know, I hope, we got bigger plans than this, okay, because the plans I got, even with my bifocals and I use
I
a,
think I could read that.
for some reason, I couldn't get I got the computer to blow it up, and then it wouldn't print, it kept printing in, I could see it, but I can't read anything, so.
Yeah, I was struggling with it. too.
Yeah, it's like, I was getting a little frustrated with my computer, because I could blow it up. The minute I hit print, you print like
I
this,
even
and,
tried using
you know, you
my
couldn't read it.
glass and it was like still too fuzzy.
Yeah, I couldn't read it, so, I was hoping to have something a little bigger. Good, thank you.
The site plan as well, I assume.
I
Yes,
think
that was part of the packet.
That's this here?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Tell us what you'd like to do when I lay this down here.
Sure. Well, we recently purchased the house, and we're looking to put a 16 by 20-foot addition on the right-hand side of it. The property is a little bit complicated because it's in the heart of a conservation area. There's a lot of wetlands, there's a pond, there's a holding pond, there's a stream. So as you can see from the site plan, there are lots of buffer zones that we're trying to work around.
Wow.
The existing structure sits 7, 9 back from the street, so it's currently non-conforming. It's 1790s house, so, you know, it sits where it sits. So we've done the best that we can to attempt to put an addition on that will meet conservation requirements and hopefully be, you know, be able to be passed with a variance for the zoning. The setback from the street for the proposed addition is 14.4. So we haven't made it more non-conforming, ideally. We've made it, you know, we haven't set it as close to the street as the current structure sits. However, it still doesn't meet the town's setback requirements. So we need a variance to move this forward.
Is that,
This is the
Okay.
site plan.
no, what is it? I mean, what would be used for this addition?
A living room.
A living room.
Yeah, the house is a tad too small for our needs. We're moving into it in a couple of months, and it needs a little bit more square footage to make it work for our family.
Have you already purchased it?
We have,
Yeah.
we're in the middle of renovating the property. And, you know, ideally, it's short a little bit of square footage, and this would do the trick for it.
The houses from 1790 are small.
They are small, and we have 7 people in our family, so it's.
What's the square footage?
I think 22 or 2300. I don't have the spec in front of me.
That's two-story,
It's two-story, actually, it has a finished attic space as well.
and that's included in the 22?
It is, yeah. Yeah, it might be 24, I don't have the listing sheet in front of me.
But that includes all 3 floors?
It does.
Is there a garage with your house?
There's a garage, yeah,
Is it attached or detached?
detached. And the basement is wet, so there's no option to go down, unfortunately, to finish some more square footage in the basement.
Do you have like a pool down there?
A frequent pool,
You should-
yeah,
Something, we should notify assessing that you have a pool in your basement.
yeah, conservation.
But right now, it's pretty wet.
Do you wanna pass that down?
Yeah.
to these guys?
Yeah, I mean, if you got an indoor pool, that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
I've seen a few of those houses, yeah.
it's a
in the-
feature.
How'd you
Yeah.
make out when you bought the property, the Title V pass?
No, it has a new septic.
Oh, does
I
it?
see that,
Yeah, so we're working around the septic in the leach field as well with the addition. There's really one spot that we can put it where we're not interfering with the well or the leach field or the septic system, or the wetlands, so. It's not a very flexible property.
I'm a little confused because there's a little more people here than normal. Have you been before the conservation? You've been there?
Next week I go before conservation.
Okay, so you're aware
They've
that,
done a site visit of the property already.
and do they make any recommendations to you or talk to you about that?
No,
just-
I don't expect an issue because the way that we've laid it out, I think we've taken a lot of care to do it in a way that will, prevent problems in the future there, but, you never know. I haven't got the yes yet,
That's what
so.
it is, yeah.
Previous owner was
It's
in
just
front of the
7.
conservation board for the septic
That's
system.
7.5, pretty close. It's not conforming.
Usually we do this ahead of time, but we couldn't see it, so just
Sure.
give us a few minutes.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, I tried to read it, but I couldn't. The, I'm more inclined to think that this is an extension of a non-conforming structure versus a variance. What do you think, Dan?
What's the total, what's the size of the lot?
1.94 acres. Right?
Yeah, and then there's an additional,
Or
three, but
any
it's
coverage issues?
a
But-
pond.
Yeah, but yeah, but usable acreage isn't much.
Correct.
There's a lot of it's
Yep.
in the wetlands, and it looks like you get some slopes as well.
Yeah, most of it is in the wetlands. The existing structure is in the buffer zone, I mean. So there's not a lot of usable spaces on the property. And what was usable was taken up by the, by the septic,
Yeah.
so.
So it's fair to say that the area that you're proposing is the absolute location that you could do it. There's no other, this is probably it,
Correct.
yeah. So you'll have to, your family's gonna have to get smaller if you wanna stay there.
We're trying to weed kids out. They
Yeah,
don't
there you
leave
go,
the
yeah,
house.
yeah. College does that.
They don't leave easy.
Yeah, they keep coming back. Yeah, but, Charlie, are you getting an echo over there? I'm getting an echo.
Me too.
Charlie, you getting an echo? 'Cause we're getting echoes up here. Can you hear the echo?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what's going on?
It's almost like there's a speaker or something.
Yeah,
on it.
if you-
I think it's coming from the
Oh.
furthest mic unit. I heard the paper brush up against theirs initially.
Oh, 'cause, yeah, 'cause Charlie, we're getting an echo up here, and it's like, we think it might be, you think it's that, speaker on this one? Yeah, maybe.
I almost think it's you.
I think it's yours.
That's what I
Is it?
think.
Well, I'll shut it off. How's that?
Is that a little better?
No echo?
Now we'll turn ours on.
So,
bad.
These are too close.
Charlie, read my lips, can you read my lips? No new taxes.
Go into that other room over there.
Yeah, yeah, we'll all go over and tell them. What do you think, Dan?
I think she has the area, I think it's a setback issue.
Yours is that coming too?
Mine's off. Now it sounds all right.
Yeah, no, it sounds all right, but can you hear it? 'Cause we got them off. Can you hear us all right? Okay, yeah, I don't know what, yeah, it was like a feedback echo.
Yeah.
Uh, When you had the new septic system installed, did they require you to have a second site in case this failed?
I didn't have the
Yeah,
prior
the
septic
previous owner
system
did.
involved.
The previous owner did?
Yeah, the prior
She
owner
bought it
took
with the
care of it.
septic system in it.
Okay, so you wouldn't know that, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know that.
You know anything about that? Because I'm just wondering if,
You need a reserve site. is what
yeah,
you
yeah, I was
need.
wondering, yeah, because if, I'm just wondering if the reserve site is where your proposed addition is.
Yeah, there's Snickmore property up in the, furthest right area of the property,
I'm sorry,
Closest
I
to
didn't
the
catch it,
street.
Snickmore?
what'd you say that was?
Snickmore.
Snick?
Snick,
Oh,
yeah,
is
it's a
that right?
technical term.
Oh, a little more, okay.
Yeah, there's a little bit more property
Okay, I got you.
outside of the existing leach field, closest to the neighbor.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it says, there's another site in Broken Arrows that does say leach field.
Right,
Right,
No.
but that's the current leach
That's the
field.
current, yeah, you got two pumps. So are you thinking that they could go on the other side of your house, if they had to?
I think that's, there are a couple of other options, including the furthest corner of the property. And then there's the area where the old tanks are, we located the tanks, she located the tanks, far enough that there's space between the addition and the current, the new tanks, where there could be some area as well. But I don't know, that was not our, responsibility, that was hers, so.
I got you. Who did this here? Was this something you did, or did someone else do this drawing here?
You're looking at the architectural drawings?
No, I'm looking at the site plan.
The site plan was done by Scanlon,
Yeah,
Jim
what-
Scanlon.
but did you have him do it, or did the
I
prior?
had him do it to add our structure into
Okay,
the plan that she designed, the former owner designed for the septic.
there is one note on here that you need to be aware of. Do you have a copy of this as well?
I do.
Number 11 is important
Right.
on the conditions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you read it, but that, it just talks about vehicle traffic, parking vehicles, stockpiling materials or storage of equipment over leaching field is prohibited, so just
Okay,
for your knowledge, you could miss that.
all right.
Everyone look at this. Do you see this, Jane?
Yeah, I can actually read this.
Oh, you can read it? Oh, wow.
Well, now that I've seen that, it makes it easier to look at
Yeah.
this. Now, just a question, where's the garage?
That was,
It's on the other side of the property.
is it, is it over here? I wonder if that's what
Oh.
it
I
was.
don't,
Is it
I don't
right
think
here?
it's drawn on the.
Oh, it's
plan.
not, okay, 'cause
Is it this here?
no,
No,
that's what, I was trying to figure out what that was, I thought it was the garage,
turn
but
it,
it's.
turn the map around, turn it
No.
upside down, actually.
If you look at the street side,
So
it's to the
Washington
left
Street?
of the house.
It's up here.
Oh, okay.
No, I folded it over. Let me see. Is it upper or higher?
Yeah.
Tom,
No,
Tom,
it's up here. But not drawn on the
here's the
map.
house.
Oh, it's not drawn on this map.
No, it's not
No.
drawn on the map,
Oh.
but the garage is over here,
Okay, I feel better.
in this spot right
I
here.
thought I couldn't see it.
Okay.
I thought I was going blind.
Not on
That's
Well,
not it.
Well, I was trying to figure out what that is.
So,
That's-
so,
it doesn't- it's not labeled.
So is your driveways up at your garage and,
That's the backup section.
and
That's the septic right
Yeah,
there.
the driveway is to the left of the house
Right.
from the Washington Street.
not near
side.
the house, and if the garage isn't on this plan, it must be,
There's a walkway that leads from the driveway up to
Okay,
the
good.
garage, passing by the well area that you see
Gotcha.
in it. So the entrance to the house is on the left side, the side entrance.
Pond's out back there, right?
Mhm.
it drops right off, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice, that little addition would be nice to look out at the pond.
It's a good spot, yeah, yeah.
Julie, you got, I think that, I got special permits and in-laws, but I don't have one for. We haven't had many of these lately,
Oh.
so you bear with us, I don't have paperwork for this, and I've been away for a couple weeks, since I just got back, and I'm still recuperating, so. I'm still looking for the 80-degree weather that isn't here yet, but it'll come,
Hopefully soon.
yeah. I was disappointed to see the snow was still here. Does this house have those, center arch fireplaces in it? Has it?
It's
Where,
really,
where you go down in the basement, you can walk,
basement.
when you walk them, how many does it have?
It's got two of them.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got 4 functioning fireplaces on the main level.
Wow. Those center arches are nice. I've seen a couple of them in my other life, and it was, yeah, they were pretty neat to be able to
They really are neat.
walk right under them, and stand under the fireplace and realize there's a couple of fireplaces above that work. Yeah. They really had, I haven't seen in recent construction any type of center fireplaces like, have you seen them, Mark?
No,
You ever seen one? You ever seen one?
no, you need them anymore, you have the red fireplaces.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
Gas
neat,
fireplaces.
it's neat to just walk under it.
Oh.
It's a big center arch, and it's all bricked up there, and you just walk through it. And that's where they did it back in the
Yeah,
1700s.
they're too expensive to do that.
Yeah, probably it is, but, you don't have one?
What are you looking for?
I was buying a little time, I was like stretching out to try to find some forms, but we're gonna have to wing it.
Oh, you're looking for the.
Yeah, we're
permit
looking for a form, but I'll move to
Yeah,
Plan
yeah,
B.
those.
So the size of this is, the addition is a single-story addition. What did I see, it was
16 by 20.
16 by 20. And the setbacks, now that setback is 14, 4.
Yes.
Now, is that a 90-degree off from Washington Street
It looks like it, yes.
to the closest point?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 90 degrees in, okay. And the setbacks are in that zone, what? Maybe 30? Let me look that up. I think it's 30 feet.
I just, my book.
So we're looking for a variance, 30 minus 14.4. 15.8. It is 30, I think it is. We're just gonna look it up. Doesn't say anything. It's in a, yeah, front, yes, I got it, it's 30 feet. So the variance is, the variance requested would be 15 feet, 8 inches.
15.6,
Uh,
30 feet.
It says 14.4. 4 and 8 is 12.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We did that first
Your
time.
math is better.
Yeah, no, we did it that way too. I got a 6 changed to an 8, so,
It's a 6 in
yeah,
there, so-
we're the same way, yeah. I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And the house is currently at 7 feet, was it 7.9, I think? Yeah, 7 feet 9. So even if you were to attach it to the rear of the house, which you couldn't because of conservation in wetlands, there's no way that you could possibly meet a 30-foot setback on that property currently. So I don't see an issue. Do you guys have any questions? No. We need to vote to, close the public hearing. So, you have anything else to say?
No.
Okay. Anyone got any questions?
No, it's
No?
pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, okay, well, we need a motion to close the hearing. Yeah, I'm sorry, anyone else in the audience who wants to speak in favor? Anyone opposed? Anyone just wanna make a comment? Did you wanna make a comment? You all set? Okay. Okay, now, let's close the hearing and we'll vote on it, how's that? How about a motion to close?
Motion to close.
Second, second by Dan, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, well, I think it's pretty clear, this is one that's pretty clear to me anyways, and that there's just absolutely no other area to build it on, so I think the criteria, which, under 40, let me get my book out here. I think it's Julie, do you have the do you have an application there? For variance? The blank?
Blank.
Yeah, 'cause that's what I'm looking for right now, 'cause I took it right out of the ordinance. That's all we need. If you got that one page will do it.
I was gonna look to see if I have one in the cabinet.
Okay. No, this'll work. We'll use this. This is fine. This'll work. All right. This is appeal number 2015-1. Today's date is 4/1. Okay, I think that the enforcement of the zoning ordinance would involve hardship, since the lot has many obstacles, and the house is 7'9" from street. And the pros is double, almost double. 14.4 feet. And I don't see that there's any substantial detrimental to the public good. However, there's gonna be a requirement with the conservation, or is it the conservation that does the review of the wetlands, or planning board? Conservation,
Yeah.
so you will need conservation approval is gonna be required. And they asked about the degradation from the intent. I think what year was the house built?
1790?
1790 was probably a couple of years before they were thinking about zoning regulations, and probably Washington Street may not even been there then. It probably.
Outpath.
Yeah, probably that's all it was, so I don't think that's an issue, house.
No, there's no more cows coming down the road.
So it's really the town's fault. They built the street too close to the house,
Well,
right?
that's not, well, there's,
Good way to look at it.
this is probably similar to the one down in Georgetown, coming up here.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
with the broken fence,
Yeah, where the fence
always.
goes like this and the house is right, not much different.
Yeah, it's right on the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
coming this way,
Oh,
the big,
around the
I
corner?
think it's mustard color.
Yeah.
Coming in
It's
and,
real
It's
close.
coming right
yeah, I
out of
mean,
town.
and the fence is like this and the house is like,
Right.
I mean, it's like,
Every time I go by there, they put a new fence up, and
Yeah.
then it's broken.
yeah.
Feel
like
bad for
Yeah,
them.
so you're probably similar, I mean, if you're only,
They're real close.
yeah, 7 foot, I mean, this table is 6 feet, and that table you're sitting at is 6 feet, so you're only a foot,
Yeah, there's not much front yard.
yeah, 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 that wouldn't be good for letting an animal out to run. So anyways, I don't see an issue. Do you guys have an issue? We'll make wanna make a motion, Dan? Go ahead.
I'll make a motion
Go
to,
ahead.
allow the variance, from the setback, in the amount of, what was it, 14,
15.8.
15 feet, 8 inches. To allow for the addition.
Okay. Do you have a seconded?
Second?
Seconded, Mike. Any discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Now, I'm still getting a feedback again, but Julie's gonna tell you what you need to do, okay?
Okay.
There's a procedure, and she'll tell you right now, okay?
Okay.
If I told you, I'd be just confusing, so.
I'll be filing your decision within 14 days, and then there's a 10-day appeal period, and the decision is pending with the Conservation Commission
Okay.
votes on.
Gotcha.
And I will send you a copy of your decision, and after the 10-day appeal period, you would have to come up to the town clerk's office and get the original, bring it down to the registry of deeds, have it stamped, and then bring it back. There will be directions along with the copy.
Great, and at that point, somebody would sign my, application for the building permit, the sign-off sheet I need to get?
Yes.
Do I need to come back in front of the board to do that?
No,
No,
just leave it with Mrs.
Town
Gordon,
clerk?
unless you wanna you can give me a call and let me know when you're gonna be bringing it up, and I'll come up and sign it.
Okay,
Okay.
terrific. Thank you.
okay,
We all set?
we're all set.
All right. Do you
Okay.
need my plans, or?
Uh, No, we've got,
I need a set of plans to go with the decision, so
Okay,
is that okay?
definitely.
All right.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
great, because those we can read. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you, good luck with that.
Thank you.
Okay, the next thing on our agenda is application 2015-2 made by Neil Leonard of A.W. Chesterton Company located at 860 Salem Street, plat 47, lot 17, for the alteration of an existing special permit for an expansion of a business located in the business zone and expansion of the existing park lots in a non-conforming lot located in the residential zone according to all applicable sections of the town of Groveland zoning bylaws, including section 106.1. So gentlemen and ladies, you can come up and sit down and explain to us what's happening.
I'm Neil Leonard, representing A.W. Chesterton. We would like to put on an expansion to the existing property, existing buildings, to fill in 2 locations around the buildings. It's a total of 2 one-story structures. One would be on the east side of the building at 12,450 square feet. On the west side, it's 12,500, single-story building.
Are these attached?
Yes. If I may,
That's what we like, that's good. Pictures
read
are good.
this.
Pictures are good.
The lighter yellow is existing building. And this is the west addition and the east addition. The blue, the gray is all parking lot,
Is that existing?
yes.
Okay.
The blue is expansion of our parking lot. And this shows the property lines, which I brought. Site plan.
so it appears that the two, I'll say mustard-colored additions,
Yes, the lighter color, the
the
darker.
darker color, is an expansion of your original special permit to build it.
A special.
Yeah, you would've needed a special permit at the time of original construction.
That was way before me.
Way before you?
Yeah, we haven't built those yet.
No, no,
He means the
I'm
original
trying,
structure.
yeah, see,
The original structure, that was before I was involved with the company.
yeah, the reason I asked that, see, I got a call when I was down in Florida that we need to put this on, so I didn't have any real details, so I'm just trying to formulate in my mind what we're talking about, and I think I got it understood, but I'm just trying to run it by you. It appears that the for the board's sake, this here is a building that's in the industrial zone,
Correct,
and the two additions that you wanna put are in the industrial zone.
correct.
So that part is an expansion of the original existing special permit, that's fine, okay. And then it looks as though the existing parking lot, part of it, a very small part of it was in the zone, the residential zone, and so that the proposed blue part that you want, part of it is industrial, but part of it is in the, would be the expansion of a non-conforming use. I'm just trying to figure out.
Yep, okay.
Am I on track? that-
Yes, you are.
Okay,
It
good.
was, I don't know the procedure as
Yeah.
far as getting permits and
Yeah, yeah.
everything was completed.
I know, I know.
So
Yeah,
you, you understand?
I got into it late, someone called me and said there was a problem and we're trying to, so I had Julie put it on the agenda, then the paperwork came in after so that we could get you on here, and so I'm just trying to
Right.
figure out exactly, actually what we're talking about is the two additions, which is, one of them is 12,450, one is from 12,500?
Yes,
Okay, and those are just an expansion of the special permit,
correct,
okay, in an industrial zone,
yes.
doing the same work, just an expansion of, well, the same company, it's not,
Yes,
it's still
same
Chesterton,
company,
yeah,
yes.
it's just an expansion of your use. And so the only other area, it would be this blue area that's in the residential zone which you own,
Yes,
and it's an expansion of, since you already have some in there, it would be an expansion of a non-conforming use in the residential zone of that part. Do you know how much square feet that
yes,
is?
the proposed parking lot is 16,470 square feet. Of that, 11,100 square feet is in residential.
Okay, good, that's great.
What this means to the company is we have two other locations in Massachusetts, and those employees will be moved here to Groveland.
Consolidating.
Yes.
Now, this is just a question, but I understand this is just a white, flat piece of paper, but,
Yeah.
Was there any reason that you couldn't have squared it off over here and had the parking right there?
It starts to, we have one massive leach field.
Okay,
It's down
yeah,
in here,
okay.
and the property drops off.
Maybe this one here shows it better.
That's what I wanted to see that one.
And in back of the building, you see the property drops down
Yeah.
20 feet minimum.
Okay. I can see the,
Not
I
only-
can see the topos, they're dropping
Yeah.
down, yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just keeps dropping.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but see, when you show it on that white piece, it looks like, hey,
Yeah, wow.
people think, hey, it's a flat piece of paper, hey, what, you do it right
Okay.
there. Yeah, yeah, that's good, yeah, good.
I wish the
Yeah.
entire
Yeah.
lot was flat,
Yeah.
but it's not. So,
May I? You wanna look at me?
Yeah, the only question I had was, And it, Neil, it would be the same up in here as well, I suspect. Up in this area
Yes,
here.
it starts sloping down between,
The two buildings?
the, between the two buildings is Brindle Brook,
Yeah.
which
see that.
flows through there.
Yeah.
And then it goes down to the west, down into wetlands, which follows all the way down to the brook that goes across Center Street.
You guys wanna see that down there?
I can see that. I wanted to look at
Okay, okay, yeah.
And you have all, and
While they're looking at this, let me ask you a couple of questions. Your hours of operation are currently,
currently, two shifts, approximately 7 AM to midnight, with a small skeleton crew on for the third shift.
so it'll be
There's only
midnight to
four.
7?
There's only 4 people.
Yep.
Is that gonna change when the other locations?
No, most of the people that are coming in the new office area on the east side, that is all corporate headquarters people. The majority of them are finance
All right, so business hours.
and more operation, higher world operations. The west addition, half of that addition will be used for manufacturing. The other half is, we're bringing our training center up from Winchester, which we train our salesmen and customers in our products that come in from all over the world. So that will be a training area.
Now, what would you anticipate the maximum number of employees? You said you had 500 now, or is that?
Correct, it's approximately, yeah, there's 40 people coming from the other two locations, and there's about 480 currently. So it's gonna be a little over 500, 520 people on
Okay.
site.
Okay. What if I wanna, we have a form, part of the ordinance on special permits asks these questions, so I just,
Yep.
if I put 550, is that okay?
Yes.
Then you
Yes,
give you
that's
some
fine.
room to add some,
That would be fine.
okay. And there's no more signs, just the existing signs that you have?
Correct.
Yeah.
Will not be any more signs.
Okay. And the parking is what we're proposed now, the proposed addition, I'm just gonna write these numbers for 16 proposed addition of 16,470 square feet with 11, am I right, 11-1 in the residential?
That's correct.
Good, thank you. Now, material deliveries and pickups, is that something that like UPS, or do you have tractor trailers?
Yes, tractor trailers, they only come to the.
Currently.
They currently.
Yeah.
They only come to the front building. Usually trucking companies are 7 AM to 6 PM.
Monday through Friday, or?
Yes, just Monday through Friday.
Thank you. And there's no additional proposed lighting?
Yes, we will need to expand.
I'm talking outside lighting.
Yes.
Yeah.
There would be outside lighting down in that big current parking lot on the east side. There's only one pole light.
Yeah,
I would recommend that we add 2 for lighting. All the buildings have wall packs on them, and of course, with the new addition, there'll be some wall packs added there.
okay, now, now these wall packs, are they cut off luminaire? Do they drop right down? Or do you know that?
No, I don't know that.
In your pole lights, are they down as well?
The directional, yes, towards the parking. The existing pole lights that we do have on poles do not face any residents or out of the property.
Okay, so the existing is one pole
Yes,
and proposed to add two more?
two.
With a total of 3.
On the east parking lot,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, and what will be the total? Do you know the total maximum square foot of all the buildings with these additions?
Yes,
Do you have that?
I do. No, I don't. I have to add it up.
Okay, you can do that.
One, okay. One sixty, somewhere, just under 185,000 square feet.
185,000 square feet. Okay, great. And is there a retail office in there? Do you retail?
Retail?
You don't do retail at
No.
all? No. All right. Well, do you guys, anyone have questions?
Right now.
Looks like it's pretty straightforward. Any questions?
Do you
No.
know where those additional poles are gonna go?
I have not located those.
Where's the existing one now? Is it like in the center of that, you know?
No, it's,
Up the
over
side.
on the, it's right about in this location. So we probably wanna put one over in here, say.
And one of them, yeah, I understand, yeah, to give. And this is employee parking?
Yes,
And the buildings currently have these wall packs at the doors?
correct.
Yeah, so these are all at the doors you're talking about?
Well, they're along the edge of the building to, light up the parking lot,
Okay.
for employees walking out at night for
And
safety.
they're probably on timers?
They're on, photo,
Yeah, photo.
so they're on all
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
yes, from dusk to dawn.
Yeah, photo. Okay. You got anything else you wanna say?
Any more
Any
questions?
questions?
What a
Okay.
nice tax that would be for us, huh?
Well, I hope so. Now, do you have, do you have a swimming pool in the basement there? like the
No,
last one?
no, sir, we do
Yeah,
not.
I just wanna make sure we get the assessors right.
No,
No?
we do not.
Oh, well, hey, you can't,
We,
everyone can't have one, you know?
185,000 square
Yeah.
feet, no school bus
Yeah.
stop in there.
Yeah, how about
We
that?
had 2 of those.
Well,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't include the front building,
But I'm
which
gonna-
is
should we
another,
close it first? You gotta
No,
close it.
you have to have.
whatever it is,
I just want a
68,000.
little more clarification on the lights.
Go ahead, ask him.
Yes,
Can I just wanna make sure I'm understanding the lights. So you just marked on this board up here where
Those-
the existing pole is.
yes.
So if the existing pole is on that end of the parking lot, the light is shining, thank you.
There you go, you have it.
Right,
Shining towards the building,
so it's shining towards the building.
yes.
So your proposed additional pole
Will shine towards
will
the building.
shine towards the building?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We
And
have
then-
neighbors that we wouldn't want to keep awake with
Well-
lights.
I didn't think so. So on the building, you have lights on the building?
Yes,
And where do they shine?
towards the parking lot.
Towards the parking lot, how?
They have a box light, didn't you say they were box
Yeah,
light?
they're little wall packs.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
yeah, they were just a.
How far out into the parking lot do they, I mean,
This distance is about 200 and, well, I would say 250 feet minimum,
okay,
at least. And
okay,
we
so,
try to
Are they
cover,
orange? Are those orange ones you're talking about? Like a off, not bright, are they the orange type of
no,
box ones?
they're,
The white
yeah,
ones?
well, they're duller than
Yeah.
new ones.
Yeah.
This is well over 200 feet, this parking lot.
Okay,
So this one shines down into this area,
okay.
and the wall packs come down. They do not shine all the way across the parking lot.
Okay. Do they shine at an angle?
Yes,
But they're angled down?
they're angled down, yes.
Okay. Is it safe to say that these lights probably meet somewhere in the middle?
Yes.
Oh, overlap?
We'd like, yes, they have an overlap.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak in favor? Well, you're not in favor of it? No, you can't speak. No. Is there anyone who wants to speak, other speak in favor? Opposed, go ahead. You need you to come up and right over here and give us, I think it tells you right there, they put it on here? Yeah, how about that?
My
It's
name
new.
is Mary Lear. I live
Okay.
at 8 Murray Ave,
And where's that?
on the map.
Yeah, show us, yes, if you would.
Um,
It's the other
I
one.
am here,
Okay,
okay?
yep, good,
Yeah, all right.
thank you.
My concern coming tonight was more for the noise than for the light,
Mhm.
but now that that has been brought up,
Mhm.
I actually, as far as the noise, as far as the lights, I don't have to turn lights on in my house. I don't have to have a night light on at night, because the light from the building shining towards the parking lot pretty much lights up my kitchen. So we're able to save electricity at night. But that's not
But would you
necessarily.
say it's a security light?
So, that really is a concern. It's not a concern as far as the new project.
Yeah.
I just wanna make it clear, I just wanted to state that the lights do
Yeah,
come
I
to
suspect that
the
there's probably,
house.
I suspect, I don't know how far apart they are, but, do you know how far apart the lights are now on the building?
It's the lights against the building
Yeah, yeah.
shining,
Yeah, they're
not
probably
the parking lot.
I suspect they're
lights
a
are fine.
box light about this big and
Yes.
get a.
I don't know what
They got a top, like a anodized aluminum on the top, and then they come down in their rectangular shape.
I don't know what the lumens are, or even how big the wattage of the bulbs are.
Yeah, it's not the lights in the parking lot, it's
Okay.
definitely the lights against the building shining this way. But again, I've lived there for 7 years, we've just kind of adjusted.
Yeah.
My concern is more the noise. We definitely, at times of the year, noise is a big concern. From about 12 o'clock, sometimes earlier than that, till about 2 AM. We listen to the plows all night, going, plowing the parking lot, which they have always been great, and we feel like we could have called. But at the same time, we understand that they need to plow at night. But just the thoughts of now we're adding more parking lots, so we're gonna listen to the plows even more.
Well,
Outside of this winter, is it,
yeah.
it's not every night,
It's always a
right?
concern. My daughter is now 12. We moved in when she was 4, and for the first couple of years, she would wake up at night screaming because she thought she was hearing monsters, and it was the plows.
Did you see this, you might wanna come and look at this, because this sort of puts it in perspective as to, it's the blue, which is,
Right, and my house is right here.
yeah,
So it will,
it's squaring off.
my house is actually here.
Yeah.
I just,
Any idea how far your house is from the existing parking lot, roughly? Is it- or the
we
property
can
line?
It's on
s-
that one.
we can
Is it on
It's on here.
I can see their
This one.
faces getting in and out of their cars.
In the winter,
In the winter, yeah.
not the summer.
There must be some foliage between.
They put a great fence up, we
Yeah,
love the
yeah,
fence.
yeah.
We love the fence. But, and then, again, at usually around 5:45 in the morning, the parking lot is that close that the people, the staff are talking to each other, and it wakes us up in the morning. As far as beeping, alarms going off and on,
When you say alarms, what type of alarm?
car alarms.
Oh,
When
like,
people hit their
hit
button
the
to
buttons,
lock their
yeah,
door.
yeah.
5:40, our bedroom is right there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how many feet, but, and these are, I am concerned because now we're gonna be adding more cars.
And,
I have no
well,
problems with the
Yeah,
addition.
yeah,
It's the parking.
we're gonna add
More
40
cars.
more people?
Yes.
And the people we're gonna add are the day type versus
Yes.
the night stuff, so
Correct.
Right,
Anybody
so-
that's coming is definitely
business
during
hours,
the day.
yeah.
Pardon me?
Probably start later.
Yes.
9 to 5 probably versus, yeah, 4:30, yeah, versus the
And,
early one.
16,000 square foot parking lot really wouldn't take long to even plow that. It's not like it's.
Yeah, I don't think, that's why I wanted to see the difference, that's basically squaring off the lot that they have, so I don't know that the parking lot is an issue. The noise is an issue, and I'm trying to think of,
I think with the building going up, you're gonna have less plowing.
yeah, well, I don't know, but
Really?
I don't know how you're gonna eliminate, unless we go back to the old days when we didn't have those little clickers that go beep, beep, beep. I don't know how you're gonna eliminate that noise,
Well, you're
because,
not.
yeah, you know, that's
My
just,
concern is just we're adding
Yeah.
to all of this noise.
yeah.
We're adding to the road.
What time would you say
know,
that
we're-
normally, is it 6:30 that you're hearing that, or?
At
Because
night,
they're
the
talking about these
plows,
workers starting
Yeah,
later, at 8,
yeah,
8:30, so
yeah.
it's not gonna add those 40 new
Yeah,
clicks.
yeah, the new people that they're gonna add are gonna be office workers, not the production workers who get there earlier, so they'll be in there like, they're gonna be salespeople and training people and type of things, so it's gonna be a later start and an earlier leaving, so I'm not sure that the noise is gonna be, it's still gonna be there, what's there now, but no further noise, as far as the car noise, early and late, you know, that's
Are there gonna be any restrictions as to when the new people, like, maybe they're gonna add more people at night, or have some of these
No,
training people
these are all
come in
day.
earlier in the morning
No,
to
these are
train at
mostly
7
office
a.m.?
workers.
Is that what you said, these are all office workers?
Office workers and then training
Yeah,
people
but
being
but
trained,
but
right?
but they're the 8:30 to 4:30 type, not the production that gets
6 to 2,
earlier
yeah.
to midnight. So that's not gonna change, any of that type of, am I correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
There's no change in the production staff,
Yeah,
which are the early people.
yeah, so the only thing that's gonna change is that they're gonna square off that parking lot, but that's after the early and the late, so it's sort of,
Okay, there's nowhere else that they can add the parking lot to?
well, if you look at this map here, if you'd like to.
That
come
was
up-
our first
That
question.
was our first question. Come up, and we'll be glad to show it to you.
I
It still
heard them
drops
talking
off.
about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
septic
Over here is
system,
all drop off.
all that.
See, these lines indicate, if you have to come a line, if you look at the numbers, they keep going down. So what's happened is it drops it off there, so the only area that's flat is on this side, so it wouldn't be prudent. And then there's a brook that runs in between here, so
And what's over here?
it shows on this building here,
Yeah,
Right there.
they've had people look at this.
See the brook?
to decide,
That's where the
you know.
grate is.
see the grate
Yeah.
right there? That's where shows a brook running through right here. Right here, so that, and then this here drops right off, so it appears that the only spot they could utilize would be that down there. But as far as, I think that your concerns of the early morning and late night noise isn't gonna be an issue. And, do you have any other concerns? Is there anyone else? Yeah, come on. Sure, come right up.
My name is Lois Willett,
Hold on, we're gonna look and see which one you are.
number 2 Murray Court,
Oh, wait a minute. You're not on here,
around the corner from Murray Ave.
okay,
I'll show you where I am.
okay.
If you look at this map, this is Chesterton's building,
Yeah,
A,
yeah.
B, and C.
Yeah.
And I live here.
Okay, did you get, I'm just making sure,
I got
Julie,
it
you get a
right
name?
in the mail.
No,
Lois Willett?
Yeah, you get it? Okay, good, so I just wanna make sure you got a name. Now, now that we know where you live, you gotta talk in that mic back,
Okay.
because he's gonna listen to you. Everyone's listening to you, so you gotta talk so everyone can hear you.
About it, she's on the list.
Yeah, she's about it, yeah. Okay, so what do you have for concerns?
My concerns are similar to those that were just presented, but
Okay,
I wanted to ask specifically about the parking lot, because I'm concerned about the lighting back there.
okay,
We are bothered by the lights, I was sitting in front of Mrs. Lear's house tonight, and the lights coming off the building were shining right in my eye while I was sitting in the car waiting to pick her up, because we drove here together. So I am concerned about what lighting is gonna be added to this parking lot. I also have a specific question as to why the parking lot has to be located there. I know it's an extension of what's existing there, but you're talking about coming into a residential zone,
Yeah,
and I don't understand why it can't be put on the west side of the building. According to the paper that we got in the mail, the letter that came out to residences, 40 new employees is estimated as needing 20 new cars. That doesn't require 16,700 square feet. In my,
yeah, I don't know,
that's a lot
We'll-
more than
we'll ask,
20 new
maybe
parking
Mr.
spaces.
Leonard can.
You're assuming people are commuting together too.
We also lose parking places on the
Oh, I
east
see that.
side
Yeah.
of the building
Right there,
and also the west side, because of,
additions.
we're right out, because of the additions. Right now, there's probably, I don't know how many spaces, I didn't count them, but we do lose spaces on both sides of the building.
Now, you understand that we're not, the existing lighting on the building has been there some time, and we're not discussing that tonight. Only the.
I understand
the-
that.
The only lighting, if you come up.
We're dealing with that, but I'm concerned
This-
about added lighting
Yeah,
that comes into that new
Yeah,
parking
yeah.
area.
Let me just show you.
That will abut
Yeah.
me and my house.
Yeah, we're talking about this building here will have some lights on it, and then this
This building
whole.
already has
Yeah,
lights
yeah,
on it.
up here does, yeah, that's right.
I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about extra lighting for this parking
Yeah,
lot.
okay, right here.
Which is gonna come over to
Yeah,
my land.
yeah.
And
We
I
can take care
already
of
see
that.
the lighting
And then one right here,
issues
see
in
the-
my backyard now.
Yeah, see, the proposal would be for a light here and a light here, and this one's existing. Okay? You follow me?
Yeah, but
Okay.
there's also lights all
Yeah,
along
no,
this
no,
building.
but those are there, see, we're
And
not,
there's lighting
yeah,
at the
I
loading
understand
dock.
that, yeah,
And we hear the trucks, and we
Yeah.
see the lights,
Yeah.
and everything for the loading dock, early morning and late at night.
yeah, I understand.
And I'm talking about this parking lot in the residential area, which infringes more on our thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that Chesterton owns so much more property. They own all of this property back here
Mhm.
and over in here. And why can't we put that parking someplace that's not in a residential zone? That's my question, and I know I'm not at the microphone right now,
That's okay.
but
Why don't we,
we're looking at
we'll address that.
all of this
Yeah, this all
land.
drops off right there.
Not that much.
No?
Not that much. You got a road that goes right here to Center Street. It's a flat road all the way down. It doesn't go, I mean, there might be a few little dips here and there, but it's a flat road. Their septic system is in here, behind, somewhere in here. And they're proposing to expand over here for
Over
their
here.
septic system. And yes, that's flat land, it's a little bit down, but it would be down a short stairway, no more than what I walk up to get into my ranch house,
Yeah.
to go down into the parking lot. So I think there are other alternatives for
Okay,
that
well,
parking
we'll
lot.
ask, we'll ask right now. What about if you took that, if you wanna come up here,
If
man?
you go down the existing road,
If you were to take this right here, could this, have you got a pencil?
I have one.
Can I borrow it? I don't wanna, if I write a pencil, we can erase it.
I'm trying to make
Okay,
one
great,
for you.
thank you. Is it possible, this doesn't seem like it's a big, you know, area, would it be possible to just bring this in this area here?
Well, but that's the loading dock,
Let me
I think,
show you some
in the
other
back.
details.
Go ahead. There you go.
This is current site plan,
Good. That's better.
okay?
Why don't you come up and you can look at this, so you guys, show you what we got. So everyone knows what,
This dirt road she was talking about?
where does that go?
This is our emergency, what we call an emergency road.
Yeah.
in cooperation with the
Fire
fire
department,
department. That
gotcha.
is,
It doesn't really come over.
what
here
she
either,
expl-
does it?
yes, it does.
Yeah.
Comes over like this, and there's a gate out on Center Street across from the soccer fields.
Okay, yeah, I know where
That
I know
is
where that
because,
It's more like down here.
She drove it today.
well, this is
That's
what
been,
the surveyors.
yeah, this is where, this has been done by, registered land surveyors, so this is accurate to where it is, but,
But
so,
as you can see, it starts to drop down into here. With this big field down here, there's a big leach field down in here. And it drops down considerably over here.
Are these the depths, the 103 and the 104?
yeah, it's a foot.
That's only 106.
Yeah, well, but that's dropping down. See, what those are reflective, watch me here. This is 100, 101, 102, 106, it's 6 feet lower. That's what that's indicating. As that goes down, those numbers go higher
You're
because,
talking 6 feet,
yeah,
that's a stairway.
well, that's
Couldn't
quite a
it be
drop.
filled?
Yeah, well, that's quite a drop.
And why can't, I just don't understand why it can't be back in here, it's,
That's the
Flat.
leaching field. You can't put anything on a
Yeah, it
leaching
can be in a
field.
leach field.
well, there's a, but where does the road go? It goes out to there.
Correct. And then there's wetlands a little bit further down designated. I should have brought the wetland map, I believe. It's wet on both sides of this road as it goes out through there.
But what you're talking about doing is taking this parking area and expanding it this way.
Correct.
Okay, so the buffer zone that exists here with the trees is going to be removed.
Correct.
And we already have an issue with the noise, and you're gonna remove more of the buffer zone.
Yeah.
That's a
Gotcha.
problem,
Yeah.
besides the
Parking
lighting
lot
issue.
is right
Gotcha.
down
Yep,
here.
yep,
We
thank you.
already have a major noise issue.
But someone's house is right back up in
Mrs. Leah's
here.
house is right
Yeah.
here, and my house is right here.
Well, this is a good picture right here. What they're talking about, your house, so your house is somewhere right here? Yep, your
And
house is
We're
there?
right here.
This is me, right here.
Yeah.
And this is Mrs. Leah, right
Yeah.
here.
So,
Her backyard is right up to the parking lot,
I'm gonna, if it's
Mine
okay,
is
I'm
here.
gonna write on this with my pen. Now, what we're talking about is
right here.
right here.
This is the parking lot
Proposal,
supposedly
yeah.
being added.
Right here.
Now, we are a little smaller than I did, but
Yeah,
it's there.
yeah.
And according to the map that you sent us in the mail, that looks like it's adding like about 45 parking spaces. So you're talking about adding this, a road, another 30 parking spaces, and a road. So you're talking about coming right back out here into this zone. And I don't know how much of that is residential and how much of it is
Well,
industrial. but
right here,
I
right here.
think
See-
you could expand
Yeah,
it
see,
over
yeah,
here
it's
or
11.
back there.
It's, see right here, this comes down already in there, and then, yeah,
That's the zoning line.
it's a 16,000 square foot. The total proposal is 16,470, but 11.1 is in this area
Right, so
on the residential zone.
11,000 out of 16,000. So
That's right.
5,000 is in an industrial zone.
That's
And
correct.
you're talking about 11,000 in a
That's correct.
residential zone.
That's right.
And my question is,
There has to be
seriously,
someplace else
there
that
has
we
to be,
can go.
there is parking here. There's cars park over here, cars park in here and here. There's a few cars that park over on this side of the building, but not that many. It seems to me as if parking spaces could be created in some of these areas, rather than in this area, where you're already gonna expand and put septic tank system in here. You've already got one over here, you're gonna put one over here to expand the one that's there. And is that into a residential zone too, the septic system?
No,
And that's pre-existing, it's been there for longer than I've been there.
Well, it's, yeah,
Well, your letter
There
talks
is-
about, your letter
there
talks
is-
about expansion of the septic system into that area.
There's a septic system
Yes.
in here by this road, right in here or something.
That expansion of parking.
It's going into
The
there.
existing does,
The addition will have a new septic tank,
the residential.
and it'll be
Yeah.
pumped directly into the leach field.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, but you've got a field out here.
It's already in
Must be a
there.
leach
Yeah,
field.
that's what I'm saying.
The entire thing
You've
is
got a
leach
field
field.
out
Right
there.
So
And then you're
expansion-
talking about
expansion
expanding
of
it
an
over
open-
here.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
question
You
is
put this
what
on the
dimension?
map.
Well, there you are. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Close to
Yeah.
the houses.
No, that's what I said, when I saw it over there,
Septic
yeah.
system expansion area,
I don't know.
out here behind where this,
Okay, let me show you, I can show you exactly where the expansion is.
I just don't understand why the parking can't be over in this, which is industrial zone, as opposed to coming into the residential zone and coming closer to our
Well,
property.
number one, right in back of this parking lot, it drops off
About 5
20,
feet.
no, 20 to 30 feet over on this side of the building. And then the leach field comes over into this. area.
Over here, that's the rear. It's walkable. It's not a 20-foot drop there. From that road that goes through to Center Street, it's not,
From what
a
we
20-foot
setback
drop.
from the
I mean,
parking expansion to the property line.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know about
what is the,
But I
do you
know
know what the,
what I can walk and what I can't.
do you know what the, how many feet, the blue is to the parking line?
It's at least 40 plus. feet.
The proposal is 40, right here,
Somewhere,
so from here, over here is 40 feet?
it's at least 40 feet. I don't know the exact
Is
dimension.
it wooded?
Yeah, well, it is, this is,
It won't be.
no,
Well,
we're talking about trees. No, let,
Are those big
There-
evergreen?
It's trees right now.
Right, yeah, no, I got,
big
yeah, that was
trees,
good.
they're just-
No, let me ask you a question now, if,
I can look
if they were to, if they were to take and, change the lighting, to cut off luminaire, which are the box lights that go just directly down, would that be do all three along the proposal of the one existing, change the one existing and the two other lights, if they just went directly down, would that help?
It doesn't satisfy
doesn't, no.
my reasoning for why they have to expand a parking lot into the residential zone in order to get 20 new parking spaces, which is what they themselves said in this letter
Okay,
that they need.
okay, then let's go
I
now.
thought 20 was kind of low for 40 people, but that's their
Well,
words,
but,
not mine.
see, well, yeah, but see, the thing is, what they're talking about is that they're relocating people from other areas that may carpool.
Which means, okay, no, they're giving up parking spaces in the front of the area where they're gonna construct the buildings. So we're gonna have more cars parking out in the back in our backyards.
Yeah,
Not
So-
just the 20,
yeah,
but
so-
we're gonna have the others that are now parking in the front area of the
okay,
building.
let me ask you a question.
I'm sorry, ma'am,
Uh,
what's your name, ma'am?
Patricia, she's my
Patricia
sister,
Willett.
we're the same
2 Murray
house.
Court.
Your
Ah,
sister?
oh, okay, all right.
Oh, wow,
There's another lady.
we look alike, no wonder.
Somebody else?
I got a question.
Lois Willett?
Yeah.
What would happen
Thank
if
you.
you were to take the blue one over here? If you were to take and expand the parking lot, can I use a pencil just right on this?
Sure.
Okay, if you were to take this area here off, and which is the 11,001, and you leave the 5,000 over here, which is in the industrial zone, and this is residential zone, and we move that, yeah, right here.
We can look into it, see how much fill would have to be brought in.
I mean, and that seems like a pretty reasonable compromise, that,
Well, like I said,
Or even closer
It's-
this way.
when you get
Yeah.
down to this side of the building, it's
Yeah.
at least 20 feet
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
the drop.
What about right here? How far down does that go? You know?
Well,
Roughly?
'cause you
Well,
got,
it progressively gets, she was correct, it's probably about, it gradually goes down about 5.
because I see a road right here, see, so it seems
That's
like,
correct.
seems
That's
like,
this road.
yeah, so it looks like, if you just keep the 5,000 here, which wouldn't need a variance, then you,
It's still coming further back.
yeah, but that's an allowed use, see? That-
In the
Okay.
industrial.
Then you take this over here, and you put the 11-1 over here, square foot parking, and this over here, then guess what? We don't need any expansions in the non-conforming use. Now we're only talking about totally, expansion of a special permit, which is probably not a problem.
Okay. We will have to look into the depth
Yeah.
and how close the wetland
Yeah.
is that
Mhm.
comes up
Yeah.
into here. Well, they'd have to use the existing road, which is here, which goes down and around out.
And so when they're leaving the building at night, how do they get to?
They would have to come up this way. There's no access, there's no routine
Is this
access
paved,
out
is
the
this
back.
paved for here now?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you see on this page is paved, but that, this spot in here is to their loading dock.
Yeah,
That's what that big circle in here is for.
yeah.
It's for those big trucks to come into their loading dock. That's where all the noise is at night, and there's lights there at night as well. And, there's I don't know, some sort of a storage building over there in the back. And you got storage buildings over here too, and I
It's-
think
it
some of
shows
those,
this big. Is that what this is here, probably, right there?
Yes.
or a dumpster or something. And there's a couple of storage buildings over in this area too. And this is not used very much for parking.
Well, there is 3 rows that are full all day long along this parking lot during the day.
So why can't you expand in that direction on that side?
Because that's,
Because the leach field comes up to within 25 feet of this parking for building B.
Well, build a little bridge over the creek into the parking lot.
No, but it's the leach
No,
field.
no,
But you
it's at
own
least-
all of this land and you own everything down to Center Street.
That is correct.
You were able to put in that road, that emergency road that goes down to the gate on Center Street.
Mhm.
And I don't understand why you couldn't add parking down along this road.
It's probably a situation of the employees
But-
walking.
Brook-
That
Yeah,
far away.
it's a-
Sa-
it's a-
Safety
So you
issue.
probably have to add more lights.
Yeah, it's a safety issue for the
But-
people.
But
Goes
there's
down-
nobody down there for it to disturb.
No,
Everything
no,
back
no,
here.
no, the employee safety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta consider,
That's the issue.
it's a liability for the company to have people,
All of this land over here,
We're not gonna make
Picnic
employees
Drive,
walk
it's
over
all
here.
just wooded
Yeah.
land.
Yeah.
We can't
That's-
make employees walk over here.
It's
Yeah.
all wooded land, and I don't understand why
There's
you
also
can't find parking
wetlands.
in your wooded
Yeah.
land that's as long
Yeah.
as it owned industrial.
This
yes,
brook,
this is all wet.
this brook that comes down through here,
I know where the brook is, yes.
okay? And then it goes down and it's all
Comes
wetlands.
across in front of this
Thank you.
building,
Yes,
yes.
okay? This is the leach field, existing leach field. The leach field goes almost up to the edge. It can't be more than 40 feet from the brook that flows down there. We cannot put a parking lot.
You can't put any additional parking in over here,
Well, this is all wet.
Instead
This
of
is,
over
what-
here,
Space.
there's,
or
We
up
have-
here in the front, before the brook comes
you
through
get the
between
brook,
this
and then
building.
this is
What
all
about
wet,
the
this
end?
is all wet,
It's all
this is
wet
all
over
wet,
here, too.
this is wet.
It's all wet.
So,
Maybe they shouldn't do the expansion then.
So that's not buildable land at all?
No, it is not.
no.
I don't understand the zoning variance being
Yeah.
needed, that's
I
my
know.
basic point.
yeah, well, see, what is, he,
I know.
it's not a variance because, see, currently.
It is a variance.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Currently, because there's existing parking already in the residential zone, okay? It's an expansion of a non-conforming use, because, or if that wasn't here, then what you're saying is true, it'd be a problem. But it's already there, it's already been approved, and it already exists, so it's an expansion of a non-conforming, use, i.e. the parking. This here is permitted, anywhere else it would be permitted,
Where is is the parking in the residential zone?
Right here, if you see the red line,
This tiny little bit.
yeah, there's a
Yeah,
triangle.
there's- it cuts right through the existing.
Yeah, there's-
Squares off.
There's a triangle there, so
But
it's not,
this is all trees right now, and
Yeah.
they're talking about taking down all the trees that
Yeah.
form a buffer for both sound and
Yeah.
light.
yeah,
I'd like
To
to
my
say a couple
property.
of other things officially here.
I just don't see
Yeah,
that as
okay.
being accepted.
okay.
I think there are other alternatives.
Just make sure you
to
introduce
just
yourself.
We'll work on it.
Before a
We'll work
final
on it.
thing is
Ma'am.
decided.
See what we can do for
State
you.
your name again.
Your
Tricia
name,
Willett, 2 Murray Court.
okay.
I have, obviously I have a concern about the parking being expanded. And the reason for that is because of the lighting issue and the noise issue. And the fact that the expansion of the parking will remove the natural buffer, which is the trees. Okay? I have a problem with that happening. The other issue I have is with the presentation made by Chesterton here tonight, that kind of misled you on a few things. Their primary operational hours may be 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., but we hear the trucks at 6 o'clock on Saturday morning, and at 7 o'clock on Sunday morning, we hear the motorcycles in the parking lot. We see the lights all night long. As Mrs. Lear said, we hear the cars every morning, and their expansion of nearly 25,000 square feet of building to house 40 new employees leads me to wonder what other expansion is going to be occurring in the future.
Yeah, well,
Because
we
that's an
only-
awful lot of space
excuse
to-
me, we're only here
to
to talk
house
about what's right here. I don't-
40
the future,
employees.
we can't predict
Okay.
what's in the future. We're only here for this here.
Well, if it's just the parking,
No,
then
no,
you're
yeah,
talking about
that's all-
removing a
that's-
buffer zone.
Yeah, it's the parking is the issue. The other closing in is allowed, it's an allowed use in industrial zone. It just has to be
Right.
an amended special permit, so that's not an issue. So the only issue that we really have is that parking, the 11-1 in the residential zone, because the 5,000 is permitted. So that's the only issue that you can
Well,
address.
there's a lot of issues with the proposal, though.
Well, yeah, but,
The proposal to expand the parking.
yeah, that's the only
And it's because of
issue.
the lighting and the
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah,
And when
you're
you
right.
talk about adding more employees, more cars in that area, you're going to only expound on the issue that we already have with the noise and the lighting.
Yeah.
Would Chesterton be willing to put some kind of buffer in for tall shrubs or arborvitae or something else, whatever the,
Wow.
I mean, what we replace it with would be better anyway. It wouldn't lose its foliage.
Well, I think clearly the lights would have to be, in the time I've been on the board, we've tried to get everyone acclimated to the cutoff lumen, which is nothing more than a box light that comes down. And then that doesn't shine into other people's area.
I'm sorry, I just had a question from Ms. Patricia. The lights that you have an issue with, are they the ones that are on the building or in the parking lot currently?
The ones on the building.
On the building, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But, let me say, my house sets further back, so the parking lot light is further towards Salem Street, so that doesn't really affect my yard so much as the lights from Building C that come right into my den.
Okay, I just wanted to differentiate which ones were which.
Who had the
Thank you.
picture the Google Earth? Because I want to ask you a question relative to that, your comment. The Google Earth picture shows quite heavy foliage on that side of the trees.
Mhm.
So are you saying that in the summertime, with that foliage that we have here, that the lights from the building is shining through those trees in your house?
In the summer, it's not that bad.
Yes,
Okay.
the lights from over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Through the winter and,
Come
you
right
know,
over
obviously,
here.
when the leaves are on the
They
trees.
also come from the back of the
Yeah, no, I understand,
building
no, I
into our
understand. Yeah,
backyard.
but it looks like it's pretty heavily forested right there.
I think that it's not, when you're actually
Yeah.
down at this level looking
You're
down,
looking-
yeah, you're looking down at the top of trees. We certainly don't have that looking.
It's not as
across.
dense as it appears.
I'll be able to see the cars where their parking lot is.
Okay. Well, see, we're not here to discuss tonight the existing lights on the building.
No, I know.
Yeah,
No, no,
but,
We
but,
can
but,
see
any,
the
any,
top of the
You're
building.
gonna, you're going to
From
make,
our
you're gonna
Thank you very much.
We can see the top of the buildings, we
Okay.
can see the lights.
okay.
And you're saying they're box lights, but they're more like street lights that hang down.
On the
side-
buildings.
On the building.
Yeah, yeah, I'm familiar with it, with.
And the lights on the
Okay.
building in the summer do shine into my house.
This is all
Awesome.
white.
No, I understand, I know what they are.
Separate,
Okay.
and I'll call somebody about that.
Okay, anyone else, any comments? How about you two guys up back, you wanna comment? You're sitting here, we'll welcome anything, you guys wanna say anything? Hey, you're getting paid, you may, so you can wanna talk about this, you know. Anything else, you wanna add anything?
I think, we're willing to work with the community.
Okay,
on the
what's your name, sir?
Paul Priestley.
Okay.
Facility manager.
Okay.
AW Chesterton.
Okay,
And I think there can be some compromises.
Yeah.
I mean, the lot that will be put in, will probably be occupied mostly during the daytime, the business hours. During the second shift hours, I don't expect there to be as that much parking in that area at night, so, I'm not sure if you really hear a lot of noise.
excuse me, it's closer to Building C, these Building C employees will wanna be in that parking lot. And they'll be beeping their car alarms outside Mary's bedroom window.
And I have a question, you guys put up a beautiful fence,
Yeah.
but will that fence continue along?
okay, I think we've got, I understand what you're saying. And from the board's perspective, I think that if the proposal was the other way around, i.e., 11-1 in the industrial and 5 in the residential, I think the board would be more comfortable. But I think that,
That's how it happened the last time.
well, I think at this point, I think that we're more comfortable, at least I think, that to have that, the parking be moved to the industrial side, whether it be expanding here a little bit, grabbing, 20 parking spaces here, 10 here and 20 here, however it is around the building, which would suit the people getting there. Keep that there, keep it out of the residential, because not only is it infringing in the residential, but it's also cutting trees down, and if you look under our fingernails, you'll probably see all the bark, from the trees. No, but the problem with cutting trees down is that, they never come back the way they are, and if there is a noise issue, cutting trees down, any other expansions that you might have in the future, it's gonna come back to haunt you. They're gonna say, hey, listen, you had a buffer and you cut it down, and it never came back, so I'm not sure that that's a
Could I
good.
just ask, as we take a
Absolutely.
look, as we are looking at this, though, because what I'm hearing you say is you want us to go look at other alternatives.
Yeah, well, I think the 5 is fine. I mean, the 5,000 in the industrial is fine.
But, I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying, but I guess what,
Yeah.
the things that I think that we're concerned about would be, A, the cost of, is it filling 20 feet?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
whatever
I
it is,
understand.
we'll go study that,
Yeah.
and the safety issue in terms of the employees. So,
Yeah.
I just ask that are those two things that we can take into account when, if we feel we need to come back to you with?
Well, I think, I would be willing to approve, well, I'm just one person, but I would be willing, the expansion's not a problem. I mean, I've got, that's a non-issue. The lights, I think that the added lights and the existing lights ought to be changed just to a box, a box light, which is a minor alteration. And then anywhere that you can see that's economically feasible and safety to your employees, to add the 40, or in this case, I'm not sure how many you're gonna add. You got 5,000, how many?
5,370
Yeah,
in
fi-
the commercial.
Yeah, 5,370 already, so you're looking at 11-1, wherever you can, it may be 5,000 here, 5,000 there, and you might, and it may you may determine that you don't need all of it. I mean, it may be that, you're not gonna need that, but if you keep that in the industrial zone, I think it becomes a non-issue with with the board. But, and I think, I don't think, I think we could approve, subject to just giving the board a site plan that shows it on here, so we have it for our records, but not to exceed the 11, is that 11-1, that you wanted?
In the residential.
In the residential?
Yeah.
Is that an
Well,
accurate number?
depending upon configuration, if we find another location,
Yeah.
it may be a total different than what it is proposed.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you say if it's if it's not in the residential, you don't have an issue with it.
That's correct, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because that's an allowed use. So that's not an issue, but we should have a record of it to go in our files so that we know, what it has, but if we could have a square foot would be good.
Mhm.
And so.
Yes, you'll have it detailed.
So if you think 11-1 isn't enough, then we could go with a larger number in the commercial zone.
I would also like to ask you to consider whether or not the expansion of the 11-1 in the industrial zone will cause the need to take down those trees in the buffer zone.
Absolutely. There's all trees around it. But
Because
it's
that's
allowed,
disrupting the residential zone.
it's allowed use in the commercial zone, so, yeah, that's an allowed use. So, anyone else gonna comment before we shut this down?
Yeah, I don't think it's a compromise.
You got any?
I think you
You
said
gonna-
it all, Paul.
Is that all right?
I think you got it.
Okay. Did you understand? Is that-
Yes,
Okay.
understand.
So, we'll make a motion, I guess I'll make a motion that the special permit, and this is a amendment. On application 2012, be approved for the construction of
You wanna say pending
yeah,
diagram?
yeah, well, no, I got the total of 185. Do you know what the total of those two other buildings are that you're proposing?
The two new ones?
Yeah, two new ones.
That is the total, yes.
Yeah, I know.
One is 12,400.
24,950.
I had them, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
Yeah.
24,
Total is,
950.
yes, 24,950.
okay.
950.
Okay, so, the approval is that the square foot of the approval amended special permit would be 24,950 square feet, and making the total of the project, total of the site, 185,000 square feet. There is no retail office space. The material deliveries are currently tractor-trailer trucks 7 to 6, Monday through Friday. The existing lighting is 1 pole proposed and 2 more proposed, and the lighting will be changed to cut-off luminaire. And then I'm gonna add a 9A on mine, because these are the hours of operation is 1, 2, 3, 4 down, so I'm gonna do a 9A, which will be additional parking, not to exceed 12,000 square feet.
Where do you think the 12,000 square feet from now?
Yeah, it's 11-1, and I rounded it off to,
11-1 is in the residential.
we're
zone.
taking it out,
Okay.
11,
5,000 is in
5,000's in there,
roughly
correct,
16,000 square feet.
that's correct.
11,000 in residential, 5,000.
No, we're taking the residential out. We're eliminating residential. It's not, that's not gonna fly. So we'll take the, additional,
20,000.
additional parking in the industrial zone is, it's actually 16,000 square feet. And then applicant to submit site plan for our records.
Can we just mention that the lighting may change as this parking changes?
I've got that already changed.
You did?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Wherever you put the new
I got
locations?
it right here. I got the existing pole to,
but it won't,
She's talking like if they end up putting the parking down here, they'll have to put a light
yeah,
down
well,
there.
okay, all lights, and then I'll put in here, that, and all lights in parking areas to be cut off luminaire. Okay. All submitted plans will become part of this agreement. If the proposal is in the Aquifer Protection District, the applicant shall meet all requirements as deemed necessary by the Groveland Planning Board, subject to all Groveland Board of Health rules and regulations, subject to all laws, regulations, inspections, and others of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The special permit is subject to recall if the board receives any written complaints. No action on variances or special permits or any expansion, modification, renewal thereof shall take effect until a copy of the decision is recorded in the Essex Southern District Registry of Deeds for the county and the district in which the land is located and indexed in the index under the name of the owner or is recorded and noted on the owner's certificate of title and the receipt of the transaction delivered to the building inspector prior to issuance of a building permit. If the rights authorized to the applicant and/or property owners by said special permit are not exercised within 2 years from the date of the granting of said special permit, filing date with the town clerk, the board's decision, then such permit rights shall become null and void unless a substantial use thereof has commenced except for good cause, or in the case of a permit for construction, if the construction has not yet begun by such date except for good cause. That's the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Any discussion? Go ahead.
The only reason is the bringing back of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying, look, I just wanna make sure I understand what you're saying as part of your motion,
Go ahead.
is that the 5,000 would be allowed,
Yep.
but the 11,
Yep.
they can place it somewhere else,
As
but
long
they,
as it's in the,
as, in the industrial
Yeah.
zone.
and then just give us a plan, because it's an allowed use, we just need to know for our records where it is.
Okay, I just wanted to be
And
clear
then,
about
and it
that.
also says that any additional lighting in those parking areas will be cut off luminaire. In addition to the new ones over here, so,
Well,
the-
there let me just,
Go ahead.
there shouldn't be a new light over there now, right?
Well, they're gonna add some parking, it may just be one here, so, because they're gonna add some parking, so, and it may be that they need one, they realize they need one anyways.
Okay.
So, but what the motion is saying is that if, can I write on this again?
Yeah.
If they come down here and put one right down here, then these will both be, that original one and this one will be cut off luminaires, the box light coming down.
Okay, but in your motion, you're saying 2 additional lights, so that would be 1 additional light and then another additional light somewhere else? Is that what you're saying?
Well, and then I covered it down below with, if they do add ones over here, they still have to do with a cut
Yeah,
off
cause they
luminaire.
might add 5,000 here and they might add 5,000 here.
Yeah, and any lights that they add will be cut off luminaire,
Okay,
pull them down.
all right, I just wanna make sure I understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got any questions?
No, so the only thing that we're really saying yes to is you can keep 5,000 in the
Yeah.
industrial.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, if you look at this here, this is industrial, they can keep that,
yep,
this can't, these are just, these
I
are
get
just
it,
closing
I
that
get
in.
it.
And then, I mean, I just happened to draw that, but if they had to do,
As long as
yeah,
they're
if they
within
did-
the industrial.
as long as they're in the side industrial, we just need it
Yeah,
for a
okay,
record, yeah.
okay.
Because that's a permitted use. And that the lighting on those uses will be all cut off luminaire.
Yep.
Okay. All right, any other?
And the trees stay.
Oh, yeah, the trees are gonna stay, yeah. The trees and, let's do that. Let's do
Thank you. The
let's
trees
do,
stay. Trees stay. Or
I-
become,
residential, right?
Trees in the residential.
yeah,
Right.
let's go with, number, Okay, number 13A, this will be a 13A. The trees in residential zone to remain untouched. Okay, you like that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'll make a motion that we added 13A, which is that the trees in the residential zone to remain untouched. Okay, seconded, Dan?
I'll second it. yeah.
Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so you're all set, except for the park, and try to reconfigure that, and just give us a copy.
Understand.
As long as it's in that zone, we don't care, it's a permitted use.
Okay.
Okay? You all set? Let's take a 5-minute break, because I got a motion, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
5 minutes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I'm sorry, what's the question?
Somebody on that end.
Dan,
Is it yours?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Gotta
you.
make this up.
Here, I'm gonna recuse myself from 441 anyway,
Okay,
because I'm not,
all right.
remember?
You wanna leave?
No sense to me.
Okay.
All the other thing
Yeah,
is,
you can watch TV.
Yeah.
We'll send you a slate, no problem. You can watch TV.
I didn't do the ethics thing with 441 since I did all the plantings there, so I can't